Guys, I'm going on a very long trip and I might not survive. Just kidding, that's really dramatic. Oh, but I am actually going on a trip. Hence the backpack. Okay, I have my coffee now. In 5 days, I will be leaving on a 2-week trip to Chilean Patagonia, traveling down from first going to Santiago and then just slowly making our way down to the southern tip of South America. The crazy part about this trip is that it's 2 weeks, but the first week we're staying in like hotels, normal vacation vibes, I guess. And the second week we are backpacking in Patagonia on the O-Trek for 8 days, 7 nights. And so what makes it so difficult to pack for is that we have to pack for a 2-week trip, but all the things that we bring for that 2-week trip, we have to carry on our backs for the second half of the trip when we are backpacking. So we really have to pack light. I think I'm gonna pack like a total of 3 outfits for 2 weeks. Yeah, everything we bring with us, we have to bring on our backs on the hike portion. So the planning is a little bit insane. And yeah, just like a ton of stuff to do this week. I'm leaving in about 5-ish days, but if you're seeing this, I'm already back. So plot twist, I guess I survive. Taking you along with me for this packing, preparing journey. And oh, hi Steve. I'm like savoring my last coffees that I'm having at home because we have instant coffee for the trail. We'll get into that. We're bringing so much food. It's crazy. It's crazy. 8 days worth of food on our backs. I don't know if I'm cut out for this, y'all, but we'll find out. Okay guys, I just powered through that by the power of Wicked, the Wicked soundtrack. Specifically Dancing Through Life, but whatever, we're past that. I then moved on to a deep dive of the Arcane soundtrack, which both made me sad, made me want to watch the show again, but we gotta refocus. So I have this pile of stuff here now. I don't think I'm gonna pack my bag right now because I really should wait until right before I leave. But I will walk you through all my stuff so you know what I am bringing. I am actually only going with a 45-liter bag, which is kind of small. Like that's more of like a weekend trip bag if you do any backpacking, hiking, you know. But I'm just gonna work with what I have. I don't have like ultralight gear, but the stuff I do have is pretty lightweight. So to start, I have the Gregory Maven 45-liter backpack, but it does have these like hip straps that are bendy and they kind of just stay in this curved shape all the time, which can be hard for bringing it on a plane. I have gotten it in the overhead bins before, but I think for this trip I'm gonna have to check it, but it is what it is. I have my puffy, which I've had since middle school, so honestly could not tell you which puffy it is, but it's Northface. And it packs down super small, but I will not be packing it down for this trip. I'm gonna be wearing it on the plane to save space. I have the NEMO Switchback. Actually, that's not in order. Let's keep going through clothing first. I have my Arc'teryx rain jacket. I don't know what this is called, but this thing is 100% waterproof. I went to Iceland in this thing. It was pouring the entire time and I never got wet under this thing. And if you don't know, Patagonia, so it's winter here in North America, but in South America, since it's below the equator, it's summer. So even in their summertime, it's really rainy and can be kind of cold down in Patagonia. So rain gear is a must. And then I also have rain pants. These are the REI Co-op brand pants. They're the cheapest ones they sell. I also wore these in Iceland. I don't really like rain pants. They're not comfortable. They're ugly, but you know, if it's like really raining on us, it's gonna be a necessity when we're out there for 8 days straight. And that's what they look like. I have my Jetboil stove, tried and true. I love this thing. I've used it a million times. And then we'll buy gas when we get there because you obviously can't fly with gas canisters. This is just a portable power bank. I actually have a second one of these that I need to find, and I will charge both of these before I leave. I don't know what the water situation is there, which, you know, I have 5 days to figure it out, but I use the Katahdin BeFree water filter. This one's 1 liter and this one, these are both 1 liter, but they look like they're different shapes, but whatever. I've used this only once before. Usually I carry out just like a ton of water when I do overnight backpacking trips, and actually got sick afterwards. So that should be interesting for me. I really hope this works. We'll see about that. And then these two things are actually new and I got them for this trip. So I got an inflatable sleeping pad, the Tensor Trail insulated sleeping pad. And I already have this one, and usually I only use this one, but because I'm going for so many nights, I really wanted feel comfortable. And so that is why we are going with 2 sleeping pads. I probably should open this up and make sure it works, but truly I am not that kind of girl, and I'm just gonna probably open this up and put it in my bag and hope for the best. I also got this mummy liner, which is basically just goes inside your sleeping bag. It's like a sheet. Think of it like a sheet. It technically adds warmth to your sleeping bag, but I got this just because my sleeping bag is actually a sleeping quilt. And if you don't know what that is,
a sleeping quilt is basically like a sleeping bag without a zipper.
So it doesn't close on one of the sides completely. And so I thought the liner would make it feel more closed in and comfy and warm. And again, adding that level of comfort to an uncomfortable experience. And then I also recently got these, so I've never used these, but they're Cascade Mountain Tech trekking poles. I got these because I think when I was reading about the O-Trek, people were saying that they were really helpful for crossing streams and stuff, if you need to do that. I think I read that. I don't know. Guys, I'm a type A person, but clearly I'm feeling type B about this trip. I don't know. But here's my trekking pole. Beautiful, beautiful. Never have used these before. I don't really like the idea of a trekking pole because I like to have my hands available if I need to fall. But whatever, I'll do it. This is really gonna be an adventure for me. Sorry, this was in my backpack. I also have my headlamp, Black Diamond. I've used this a little bit, but this is definitely, oh, it's really big right now. I must have had a bigger head when I wore this last. Okay. Oh, shit. Ah, it also goes red. Oh, I think I did it. Yay. I can never figure out how to turn that off. Headlamp and extra batteries. And then I didn't really talk about my sleeping bag, so I'll pull it out. It is the Magma Trail Quilt, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And that basically means it's rated for 30 degrees, down to 30 degrees, and you don't want to be using this at 30 degrees. If it's 30 degrees, you're going to be cold in this. So that's one of the reasons I got the liner, just in case. I don't think it's even going to get close to 30 degrees over there. It is their summer, but it could dip into the 40s. So I just want to make sure I'm warm at night because it's going to be wet and cold some of the time. I'm really selling this trip, I know. But yeah, I think that's a lot of my gear. Ooh. Oh, I just fell on my sunglasses. These are my Gooders. They're kind of beat up I usually just wear them to run, but I think I'm gonna bring them just in case, you never know. But yeah, I think this is all my gear, like my intense gear. Obviously, I still need to pack my toiletries, food, clothes. But yeah, this is gonna be like a very minimal trip. I'm bringing, my shoes, 1 pair of shoes. I'm gonna bring my Altra trail runners. They are I just got them and I don't remember what kind they are. They're not the Lone Peaks. I had those, I didn't like them. I got the Olympuses. Is that a brand, a type of Altra? The Olympus? I don't remember, they're in my car. Big thing missing is the tent. My partner has the tent, so we will be splitting it up and each taking part of the tent just to distribute the weight. But it is the REI Half Dome tent, the 2-person Half Dome. But yeah, guys, it's all gonna fit in this one bag. Or hopefully it will. I guess while I finish up my coffee, I will talk to you a little bit about our food situation. I actually have you propped on top of our dehydrator right now. I thought dehydrators would be really expensive, but this was $50 on Amazon, and I've dehydrated 2 different like bean meals in it now, and it worked really well. Like, I'm surprised for $50 how well it worked. So let me get the first meal and show you. So the plan for this trip is, if you don't know anything about Patagonia or the O Trek or the W Trek, so it's like a giant loop, and along the way there's little huts and there's food at the huts. So when you stay at the huts and make a reservation, we'll be camping at all of our spots. So we're not actually staying and sleeping inside the hut, but we're camping next to the hut, and you can basically purchase meals from them. But the meals are super expensive. Like, I'm talking $80 for dinner and breakfast for one person. So we bought, there's 2 of us going, and we bought 1 meal at each hut, and then we're gonna supplement all that food that we get with like an additional meal since there's 2 of us. So we're gonna be splitting everything. But the first thing we made is this, I don't even know what you call it, but it's just like pasta with this lentil sauce, and we dehydrated that and just put it in with pasta. I know, real riveting stuff. My cat already tried to eat this one, so I taped over it. And then the only other thing we're dehydrating is a chili, and you're currently sitting on it, but I'll show it to you. Yeah, I'm just really proud that we dehydrated this stuff. Dehydrated meals are super expensive. So we were able to make all these for a lot cheaper. Yeah, let me show that to you. So this is actually done. I need to take it out, or I hope it's done. It feels a little bit moist to me, but it's hard to tell. Like, it looks pretty dry. But we basically just put on this parchment paper, and there's like this mesh underneath, and there's like a bunch of layers of it, and they all just dehydrate. And sometimes the different layers don't dehydrate evenly, so you gotta check them all. But this was like overnight, like 10 hours of drying. So, sorry if you can hear the dehydrator going right now. Basically, only 2 of the layers were actually dry. I'm being really anal about getting the layers dry and not letting any part of them be moist or anything, because I really don't want to get food poisoning on this trip, or we open up our food to eat and there's mold on it and we can't eat our food. Like, that would just be awful, because we're gonna be literally in the middle of nowhere. So I'm just really trying to take precautions. You can hear these ones are like, oh shit, this one might be a little wet still. Stupid thing. Okay, literally only 1 layer is dry, and it's the bottom one. So maybe this dehydrator isn't the best for your purchases. That's going back on there. Not that I'm an expert, I've never done this before in my life, but I think it should be pretty crispy. Oh god, it's like sticking to the paper. Okay, and then I'm gonna put all of that into this little bag. Oh gosh, guys, this is crazy. I have a tendency of doing crazy things that I've never done before, because I'm crazy. I don't know what else to say about it. Never have gotten on an 8-day backpacking trip before. The most I've done is like 3. So like, truly, if you ever need someone to do crazy freaking things with, it's me, because I'll just do them. At what cost? I don't know. Also, the parchment paper is like crumbling, so I might be eating some parchment paper with my chili. And that's okay. We're off to a good start with just this after all that work. It took me 5 minutes to do that 1 tray. I need a break, and the rest of them are dehydrating. Ugh, this is a mess. Let the chaos begin. Guys, I almost forgot my spork. That's very important. The spork, if I don't have something to eat with, I'm gonna have to be eating that chili with my hands. This is important. Okay, so the last thing we were gonna dehydrate was vegetables to add to instant ramen, like top ramen. Given how hard the chili has been and like the trouble it's giving me to dry, I honestly don't even want to stress about the vegetables because it's not worth it. Like, you can buy them online. So I'm going on Amazon right now, and I can actually just buy like a vat Oh my God, stop. My son is so annoying. I can buy like a vat of dehydrated mixed vegetables. So I'm gonna do that. And that's what we're gonna use instead. And then I think I'm still gonna try to dehydrate some tofu. I'm vegetarian, if you don't know. I don't know if I've said that before in my videos. But for right now, I'm gonna buy these vegetables. And then the real packing has to begin because that's gonna be the hard part, all my gear. But yeah, let's buy this. Okay, I think these ones are the vibe. For manatee? Also, look at that little goober. I'm gonna miss him so much. I can't zoom in. He's literally a kidney bean. How could you not love him? He's staying with my mom while I'm gone. So I'm gonna drop him off there before I go. And then my cats, my roommate is gonna watch them because she is their bestest auntie ever. We love her so much. So yeah, that is what I do with my animals. Oh, I also have to pack their stuff. I almost forgot about that. I don't have to pack my cats anything because they're staying here. But for him, I gotta pack up all this stuff. So we can do that as well. I haven't been in front of the camera in so long that now I'm just like talking away. I'm like talking your ear off. Okay, goodbye.